Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. كيف حالكم? How are you all doing? This is Abur Rahim. This is Abur Rahim, and we're in Dars al-Thani, the second lesson from the Arabic course for English-speaking students that was developed by Madinah Islamic University, and as it was originally put together by Dr. Abur Rahim. Okay. So the previous class, we talked about hada. This class, we're going to be talking about that. And so we're going to I'm going to read through everything firstly, so you guys get some understanding of the lesson, and then we're going to go back and go over everything in more detail. Okay. So the first part here, we have ma dhalika. Okay. Ma dhalika. So if you remember from the previous class, ma means what. Okay. So what? So literally, if you were to translate it, would be what this, or what, I'm sorry, what that, okay? Which, because we don't have the to be, you have to use the to be verb. So in Arabic, so it's just, so to translate it, we'd say, what is that, okay? So ma dhatik. And then we look over at the picture and we see that it is a najm, it's a star. So we'd say, dhalika najmun, that is a star. Okay. Hada masjidun. This is a masjid. Wa dhalika baytun. And that is a house. Hada hisanun. Wa dhalika himarun. And that, so this is a horse and that is a donkey. And you notice that hada tends to be used for things. Even in English, we use things that are close, okay, close to you. Like somebody's right in front of you, say, who's this? When it's something that's distant, then we tend to use that. We tend to use, when it's, use that, who is that? Somebody, he's in the other side of the room, okay? Dhalika kalbun, is that a cat? Okay, so they're pointing out to the cat. I'm sorry. Dhalika kalbun, is that a dog? So we look at the picture, we see a qit, we see a cat. So we say, la, dhalika qittun. Okay. No, that is qittun, a cat. Ma dhalika, what is that? Dhalika sarirun, that is a bed. Dhalika sarirun. Okay. Now we're going to use it with men. You remember from the last lesson, men means who? So men hada. Who is this? We're talking about the man in the first picture. Waman dhalika. And who is that? So we see in the first picture, the man's at the chalkboard, or it might be a whiteboard. He's using a marker on. And so he's teaching the students. So we say hada mudarrisun. This is a teacher. And in the other picture, you can see it looks like it's the imam leading the salat. So we say, وَذَلِكَ imamun, and that is a imam. So, هَذَا مُدَرِّسٌ وَذَلِكَ imamun. مَا ذَلِكَ, what is that? ذَلِكَ حَجَرٌ, that is a rock. ذَلِكَ حَجَرٌ, okay? هذا سكر وذلك لبن. So you see in the first picture, it might be hard to tell. Some of the pictures are not as clear as you would like them to be. So هذا سكر, so it's supposed to be little cubes of sugar. هذا سكر وذلك لبن, and that is milk. So هذا سكر, this is sugar. وَذَلِكَ لَبُنٌ, that is milk. Tamreen, so tamreen is exercise. Now that's to test your knowledge. Iqra waktub, read and write. Okay, first one. هذا سكر وذلك لبن. هذا سكر, we just went over here. وذلك لبن. من ذلك, who is that? ذلك إمام. ذلك إمام. أذلك قط? Is that a cat? لا ذلك كلب. That is a dog. ذلك كلب. ما هذا؟ هذا حجر. What is this? This is a rock. هذا حجر. So كلمات جديدة, the new words. Okay, so kalima means a word, and jadid means new. And in Arabic, the sifa, the adjective, has to agree in gender and in number with the word it's describing. So generally, when it's a plural, which is غير عاقل, yani it's not a human being, doesn't possess an intellect, then we use the feminine version, or the feminine adjective to describe it. So to make it feminine, jadid, all we had to do was put ta marbuta at the end. So jadid would be new in the masculine form. When you put ta marbuta, it makes it feminine. And it's feminine because al-kalimat is a plural, is a jama', which is ghayru aqid. It doesn't possess an aqid, it doesn't possess an intellect, so it's referring to something other than a human being. So al-kalimatu, the words, and jadidatu, the new. And if you notice, the adjective comes after the noun in Arabic. So where in English we do it the opposite way, like a new bike. So you see how new comes before the bike. Where in Arabic it would be daraja jadida. So the bike would come first. It would be, bike, then new. So if you would translate literally, you're saying the words, the new. Okay. So our new words, which we learn in kalimatun jadidatu, imamun, hajarun. Okay, so imamun meaning imam, hajarun, rock, sukkarun, sugar, labanun, sugar. So now let's take it back to the top and get out my little drawing tool. Okay, so at Dars al-Thani, the second Dars, second lesson, Dharika. We're talking about Dharika. Okay, Ma Dharika. What is that? Okay, Dharika. So we're looking at this picture here. Dharika Najmun. That is a star. Okay. Hada Masjidun. So this is connected to this. This is a masjid. Okay. وذلك okay. That okay. وذلك بيت. So this is a masjid. وذلك بيت. This is a house. هذا حصان. See the horse. هذا حصان. وذلك, and so this is a horse. وذلك, and that حمار is a حمار. أذلك كلب. So talking about this picture here is that أذلك كلب, is that a dog? لا ذلك قط. No, and that is a qit, a cat. قط. Remember, the shadda is over the ta right here. Well, that's why it gives it the sound instead of qitun. It's qittun. So the two sounds merge together. Ma dharika. What is that? Dharika sarirun. That is a bed. Okay. Ma dharika. Dharika sarirun. We had to reload the page. Okay. Okay. Now, so let's move on to the next one. Man hada wa man dharika. Who is this and who? Let's take this out here. So who is this? Man hada wa man ذلك. Who is that? هذا, this person here, مدرس, is a teacher. Okay. وذلك, and that, إمام. See, he's leading the people in Salat. He's an Imam. ما ذلك. What is that? ذلك حجر. That is a rock. Okay. هذا سكر. And you notice سكر. So this also has a ta marbuta. Remember, the ta marbuta looks like a little W. هذا سكر. So the scene in the merges with the sound of the kaf. Sukkarun. This is right here, sugar. وذلك, this, or that, I'm sorry, for that. ذلك لبن, and that is milk. It's a glass of milk. Okay. Tamreen. اقرأ واكتب. So they're going to go through, and you notice they now you don't have the tashkilat. So if you don't remember the tashkilat, you can always go back in the lesson and get the the vowel points. So that's what I mean by tashkilat for the word. If you're not sure, well, once you use it enough, you can look at the word and you'll know how to pronounce it without having vowel points on it. Okay. So هذا سكر وذلك لبن. This is sugar and that is milk. من ذلك. ذلك إمام. Who is that? That is an imam. ذلك قط. So remember, قط. It is a shadda over the ta. So it's ذلك قط. Is that a cat? لا. ذلك كلب. ما هذا. What is this? هذا حجر. الكلمات الجديدة, the new words. So these are the words that you need to remember and make sure you know for the next, because these words are going to come up again. So if you're not sure, and if you're having problems with the lesson, you want to make sure you master each lesson before you move on to the next one, because these same words and phrases and rules, قواعد النحو, rules of grammar are going to come up in later lessons, and they're going to build upon what you've already learned. So remember, imamun, imam. Hajrun means a rock. Sukkarun, sugar. Labanun means milk. Okay. So imamun, hajrun, sukkarun, labanun. Jazakumullahu khair. Please like and subscribe to my channel. And inshallah, the next class will be in lesson 3. So get ready. Make sure you got lesson 1 and 2 down pat first. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.